We're beginning a set of lessons here on what are called Venn diagrams in this section. And Venn diagrams are just a way of organizing information in order to try to make sense of them, oftentimes related to surveys or information that we're trying to fit things where people can have multiple responses. So you have these sets of circles that overlap where there's often a part in the middle which relate to both things. And in the case of this first problem, we have Stephen who asked 100 coffee drinkers. So we have 100 people. Important information here that there's 100 people in this whole group here. And in a minute you're going to see that not all 100 are listed in these parts of the circle. So, but it's still important to understand you start with 100 people and whether they like cream or sugar in their coffee. So that's why we have one side that represents cream, one side that represents sugar, and then a part overlapping that we're going to talk about in just a minute here in the middle. And this is the Venn diagram gives us the results of this survey, and then we're going to try to make some sense out of it with some different questions that are asked. So the first question when you look at the diagram, if we want to identify how many like cream. And so you have to realize that all of the people in this circle like cream. These 16 and these 20 all like cream. So when you ask the question how many like cream, all of the people in this circle, the 16 plus the 20, which equals 36 people like cream. And then if we ask the next question, kind of same idea, how many of them like sugar? So again, all of the people in this circle like sugar. So we take the 35 plus the 20, that gives us 55 that like sugar. So we have all of these people, the 25 or the 35 plus the 20 together, all of these people like sugar. All of these people like cream, and again you have this part in the middle that overlaps where you have some people that like both, which we'll get to again here in just a minute as we answer some questions. So the next question is how many of them like sugar but not cream? So now we start to make some exclusions. So how many like sugar in this case but not cream? In other words, we don't want them to like cream as well. They just have to like sugar only, and that's where this part of the circle, just the sugar part, like sugar but not cream, is those 35 in that part of the circle. These 35, they like sugar but not cream. Just the sugar. Now, if then we ask the other part of that, how many like cream but not sugar? Now we're talking about these 16 here that like cream, just the cream, and not sugar. So we have those 16 that like cream and not sugar. And then the next question, how many like cream and sugar? So that would be the both cream and sugar. So these people like both of them. That's 20 there. So we just list those 20. And now the next question becomes a little bit more of a challenge, because if we ask how many like cream or sugar, so you have to start thinking about, do these people like cream or sugar? Well, yeah, they like cream. Do these people like cream or sugar? Yeah, they do. They like cream. It doesn't mean one or the other. It could mean either of them. Do they like either cream or sugar? And so in the case of these 20 in the middle, yeah, they like cream or sugar, either one, or both in this case. And then these people like cream or sugar, and they're the ones that like sugar. So everybody inside here likes cream or sugar. And in the case of the middle ones, both. So remember, or always in kinds of situations always gives you more, and is more exclusionary. And makes less true because they both have to be true. You have to like cream and sugar. Here you'll have to like cream or sugar, and so lots more possibilities. So we take the 16 plus the 20 plus the 35, and we get 71 that like cream or sugar. Which leads us to the last question, a very important one, because we've kind of started this problem by saying that there's 100 people that are surveyed. And if you look at the circles don't add up to 100, because the question was coffee drinkers. So these people obviously drink coffee. And so the question is whether they like cream or sugar. Well, what if they don't like cream or sugar? In fact, what if they just like their coffee black? And how do you figure out who those people are? Well, again, we go back to there were 100 people asked, and our circles only include 71 people. So if you think about this, there's this group of people outside the circle that just black with nothing added to it. And so that would be the rest of the people, the rest of the 100. So to find that, I'm going to take the 100 minus the 71 to get the 29 people that really like it black. So we could actually go back to our circles out here and actually put outside the circles black, because these people don't like sugar or cream or both. They really are outside the pair of circles. And so the representation in this case gives us the final people that were a part of that 100 that we initially had, and now we've included them as well because they're the ones that like their coffee black, no cream or sugar in this case. So again, just the whole idea of a Venn diagram is a way of organizing this information, and the overlapping part is the part where you would say these people like cream and sugar. They like both. These are the people that just like sugar. These are the people that just like cream. And these people out here are the ones that don't want either cream or sugar in their coffee. And that's how you use a Venn diagram to answer those kinds of questions related to a Venn diagram problem. And we're going to continue in the next lesson looking at more Venn diagrams and how to use them in the same way.